Well, that leads us into our next segment, Cody, the USC Pharmacy prescription to win. We got to get into the keys to the game for USC. First up, clean up mistakes before conference play starts next week.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we did well a week ago, but there's also some areas that we need to improve on both sides of the football. But the most important part of that is you go an entire spring, you go an entire summer, you go a fall camp of playing against each other, but now we have film against another opponent, and we had so many new faces play last week that they can use some self-scout and really understand, okay, this is what I did well in practice. How does that transition to the game, and how do I build off of that from week 1 to week 2 in the areas that I need to improve on as we get ready to take on Stanford next week and start conference play.
Now, key number 2, make the most of your opportunities. And this obviously goes to what we talked about at the top of the show. So much rotation happened on Saturday, and we expect that to happen this upcoming Saturday. So if you're one of those guys who is part of a position battle that's still kind of getting settled out, you got to make the most of your opportunity.
Yeah, and it sounds so simple, right? Like make the most of your opportunities, but it's so important now while this coaching staff is evaluating not only these younger guys, but some of these new transfer guys, because they have that leisure of playing 4 games without having to redshirt, of rotating these guys. And I guess it's kind of like a preseason situation, right? Playing San Jose State, then playing Nevada before we get into the bulk of the schedule with Stanford. Then we have a bye, and then that 9-game stretch is going to be very important for the postseason for this USC football team. So it's so important right now for these younger guys to make the most of those opportunities, and you want it to be like a situation of you get in there in these game situations, and it makes it tough for these coaching staff to pull you out, right? You want to make an impact while you're in there so that these coaches know later down the line, even if you're a young guy, even if you're a freshman, but when the lights are bright and we're playing a top 10 opponent and we're playing on the road, that they can look back on this earlier film and know, hey, he took advantage of these opportunities. We have no questions about him. We know he's going to go out there and play well when we play these tougher opponents.
Third and final key to the game, finish the play on defense. And I'm curious your thoughts about this one, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it before, a new look front 7 for this USC defense, a lot of new faces on the defensive line, and we did such a great job of being disruptive. Mason Cobb is a very physical football player. Bear Alexander, Keon Bars, Jamil Muhammad, Anthony Lucas, the list goes on and on. These guys did a great job of being so physical and getting after the quarterback and collapsing the pocket. I just want to see some more sacks this week, right? We only had 1 sack a week ago with Solomon Byrd and Bear Alexander having a half sack each and causing a forced fumble, but I just want to see us get home, I guess is a better way of putting it, of, hey, doing a great job of continuing getting after the quarterback, but let's get him to the ground and possibly create some turnovers with him having to force some throws or getting some sack fumbles.